All of them.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Paste Studios here in Midtown Manhattan, New York City. We are here today with a very special guest. These are the guys from Midland.
Hey.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Paste fans and followers out there.
That's right, man. Welcome to our humble abode, and thanks for coming in and playing for us today.
Such a cool space, man. Is it known? Like, everybody know what this room's about?
Well, that's our
Secret?
That's our effort here. That's our goal. Yeah, you guys are helping us today. This is our archive of live master concert recordings, hundreds of thousands of them, all streaming for free on Paste.com.
Yeah.
From the 50s all the way to today. You guys are going to be our latest entry into the archive.
Hallowed
ground.
Yeah, you can't help but just come in here and just kind of immediately feel a shift of your energy.
Yeah, right.
There's an energy in here that's kind of overwhelming. I mean, some of our greatest influences are all archived in here. It's just crazy to think that that you guys would want to hear us. We could play some of these tapes on replay.
Well, we like to think that a lot of the bands that we have in here are some way or another products of a lot of the musicians and bands that we have on these shelves.
Right, Bruce Springsteen, the band, right there.
Right there, yeah.
Those
Rolling
are
Stones,
huge
73.
influences.
Hank Jr. right behind us. Joe
Yeah, man.
Cocker.
I mean, it goes on and on,
Yeah.
and all of it. This is my chance. You guys have set the tee up for me, so I'm gonna hit it now. All
Hit
of
'em with
this
a
stuff is available for everyone to watch and listen to on our sites, all for free. There are countless recordings that you will only find here, and please come to our site and check them out. And our latest entry in our vast archive is Midland. You guys got your debut record just came out in September. It's called On the Rocks, and I think you're going to play a bunch of songs from the record today. I'm not sure if every song we're doing is from the new record. Is it?
We'll play all the songs.
All right, cool.
3 of the songs we'll play will be off that record.
Nice. Tell me a little bit about the first one you're going to do.
What are we gonna do for
We'll
check?
do Chick Cash and Country first. It's one of the first songs that we had in our catalog. Jess wrote it 4 years ago. And we took this song and demoed it as our first batch of demos, and those demos ended up bringing this band together and kind of crystallized us as Midland. We took those demos all around Nashville, and those songs and those demos and those recordings ended up helping us get a record deal and find the people that would later collaborate with us to make Midland what it is today. So.
And the song itself kind of has become our theme song. I mean, it more or less describes what life's been like for us the last 4 years on the road, and it's a song that is infused with a lot of meaning every time we play it, because it does just feel like it's like telling our story a little bit.
Cool. Good one to start with.
Yeah.
All right.
Rolling down the road in the heart of Texas, traffic been playing country western, driving all night trying to make the next gig. Sure ain't getting any rest here. With the high wind below and the Lord above me, on the telephone saying don't cry honey, trying to make enough to keep the motor running. Sure ain't in it for the money. This ain't Chick Cash country. Chick Cash country. Nights are getting long, the miles are short. Life of a country rock and roll band, looking out for the highway patrol. They love to stick around, we gotta go, man. Wake up to the sound of the tires on the highway, pour into a truck stop, pour me a coffee. Lord knows the miles that have gone behind. Sure ain't in it for the money. This ain't Chick Cash country. Say Chick Cash country. Nah. But hear that tip jar's got a jangle, 'cause you ain't got a single on the radio. Make them dance wherever we go, trying to turn a miracle. Solid country gold. And it goes T for Texas, Tennessee. We got miles to cover, blazing the beat. The highway's the only kind of life for me. Sure ain't in it for the money. This ain't Chick Cash country. gas country. No, no, it ain't. But hear that tip jar's got a jangle, 'cause he ain't got a single on the radio. They come dancing wherever we go, drowning down an echo, solid country gold. And it goes T for Texas, Tennessee. We got miles to go, blazing to be. If y'all want two-step that we don't need, sure ain't out here for the money.
Crowd goes wild.
All right.
Yeah, man. Thank you, guys. So I want to ask you about this record. It just came out in September, and it's your first one. But I know you guys you've been at it for some years, building it up. And I'm curious about there's a tradition you guys are obviously kind of one sort of step in, and that's sort of that Texas bar band grit that is a little bit apart from some of the more kind of Nashville-centric country acts that we have in here. Yeah. But I was reading all about you guys, and I know that at least Mark and I think Jess, you guys are from the West.
We're all from the West.
You're all from the West.
I'm from California.
You're from California?
Yeah, I was born and raised in California. Mark was born and raised in southern Arizona, right by the border, the Mexican border, and Jess is from the great Pacific Northwest, a tiny town called, Sheridan is one of them that he grew up in. McMinnville is the other one.
Yeah. So naturally, my curiosity is, how did you guys come to rein in that Texas tradition? You guys you're called Midland. You got a real Texas feel.
It's more of like I think you said it, bar band is really, Texas is where Midland came to crystallize and realize fully its potential as a band and as the three of us together. But our roots in playing bars and playing live go way back a decade for all three of us in different iterations of Midland, out to the West Coast, and even before that in high school bands and junior high bands and stuff. So the act of playing live and being a band, performing live for people, goes back well before our Texas days. But yes, Texas is the bar, as far as we're concerned, for the place where you go to see live music at its highest level.
And its purest form as well. I mean, there's no better critic than just to go and play at a bar and have to build a following.
Right. Is that what led you guys to Texas? That kind of sense of this is where the home country is?
If Nashville has the greatest studio cats recording, then Texas has the greatest live performers and bands playing.
We were influenced and inspired by people like Dale Watson and going to the Broken Spoke and some of the dance halls in Austin, and that's where we formed this band. And those were the first, and it wasn't even maybe something that we were conscious of at the time when we first started this band, but the places we were getting booked were honky tonks, and where you'd play for 3 hours. So that's how we formed this band. It shaped who we were, and that was the sound that we took to Nashville.
Right.
So that when we got to Nashville, it wasn't like we were a malleable thing. We knew who we were, and we knew what we wanted to do, and then people could look at us and go, okay, I'm interested in that, or I'm not interested in that. And,
right.
There were a handful of people in Nashville that were interested in what we were doing, so it worked out that we didn't have to change, and we still have that identity that we formed in
cool.
Texas.
That I was wondering about that. There's always been this sort of tug of war in country music between sort of the Nashville machine and and in a lot of cases the Texas crowd, like the Outlaws, the guys who were running from that and trying to do something a little bit more, I don't know, authentic, or what they thought of as being more pure country. Did you guys think of yourselves as being somewhere on that spectrum, or is that all kind of?
I think we haven't had to. I understand where there's a lot of artists that do get overtaken by the machine, if you will, and they end up compromising themselves along the way. And I think that's what a lot of people have experienced in music in general. And I don't know if it's because we've been around for long enough, or we're a little more mature. The three of us have a very strong vision of who and what we are, and we were lucky to find amazing partners and collaborators in Nashville. And so, if anything, it's our collaboration or kind of our blend. I think being in Texas and in Nashville has allowed us as songwriters, as producers and studio musicians, and of course as performers, I think it's helped us to realize our full potential. So, and our mix of our influences come back. They start early in country. For me and Jess, growing out in the middle of nowhere, I grew up in a live country music honky tonk, so that was on it. And bringing Cameron with, Cameron had a lot more of the California
I grew up in bars
country.
where rock and roll was being played.
Yeah.
But you grew up on the band, you grew up on the Eagles, you grew up on Graham Parsons, that kind of stuff, the Grateful Dead. So the three of us coming together, the name itself, Midland, is about this idea of kind of coming to this middle place. And it's a collaboration of all of our very eclectic musical influences. And the idea that we're somewhere between Texas and Nashville is almost, it's only kind
But
of
also
fitting.
California too.
Yeah.
It's just everywhere.
Right.
We're in all places, man.
It's hard to define.
It's an American band. You're an American band.
We're an American band.
That's right.
Have you
That's
seen
right.
the music video? It's incredible.
Yeah. Cool, guys. So let's get back to some music. Tell me a little bit
Drinkin'
about
Problem.
the next song you're going to do for us from On the Rocks.
Well, our next song we'll do, I think just to split the tempos up, is a song called Drinkin' Problem, and it's one of the first songs we wrote with our collaborators, Shane and Josh, in Nashville. We sat on this song for about 2 years while we searched for a record deal.
Presumably, it only got worse as
It
you
only
searched.
got- we've
I mean,
only-
the problem, not the song.
No, the song got worse and worse. We overplayed it. You should have heard it 2 years ago. Anyway, here it comes. A song called Drinkin' Problem. Just nice and slow. We don't have to rush it. Sounds
Okay.
better. 1, 2, 3, 4.
One more night, one more dime, one more word, more right. The first one in, the last one out. Even this town lots to talk about. But they don't know, what they don't know. People say I've got a drinking problem. That ain't no reason to stop. People saying that I've hit rock bottom just 'cause I'm living on the rock. It's a broken-hearted thinking problem, spoken by life and world. People say I've got a drinking problem, but I've got no problem drinking it all. They keep on talking, drawing conclusions. Call it a problem, I call it a solution. The last call gets later and later. I come in here so I don't have to wait. The same old voice, the same old songs, same old blue neon. Same old buzz, just because people say I've got a drinking problem. That ain't no reason to stop. People saying that I've hit rock bottom just 'cause I'm living on the rock. It's a broken-hearted thinking problem, spoken by life and world. People say I've got a drinking problem, but I've got no problem drinking it all. They keep on talking, drawing conclusions. Call it a problem, I call it a solution. Sitting here in all my grand illusions. They call it a problem, I call it a solution. Whoa, whoa. It's a broken habit thinking problem, holding my life the wall. People say I've got a drinking problem, but I've got no problem drinking it all. They keep on talking, draw conclusions. Call it a problem, I call it a solution. Sitting here in all my grand illusions. They call it a problem, I call it a solution.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
I love the three-part harmonies are really great. They sound great. You guys are like right on it. Was that always a part of the formula?
It's always something that we tried to do.
Yeah.
It took a number of years to really figure out what we were doing as far as harmonies go. They're not easy, but we all, since the beginning of this band, we've all tried to sing together. You know,
Yeah.
we all love to sing. You know, and so it's only natural when you've got three people who are singers to try and stack harmonies together. I happen to have, I sing in a falsetto. Jess is more of like a mid-range baritone, a tenor, and Mark's got more bass and
The
like baritone.
Yeah.
So it's a formula that we have spent a lot of time working on. I mean, countless hours in our garage, going over our set. You know, at times it was 3-hour sets for Lukenbach and Pooties and The Broken Spoke, and learning all those songs, not only chords on our instruments, but also on our vocals, and trying to figure those out. And that, you know, there are some lows when it comes to some of those shows, but we, you know, with anything, practice makes perfect, and we're far from perfect, and we continue to practice.
Yeah.
But it's something we enjoy immensely.
Yeah.
My favorite part of being in this band is harmonizing.
It's the first instrument, you know, before they had instrumentation and people were singing. So there's something very magical when voices unify like that.
Yeah, and it's not something you typically hear in the sort of the old school country range. Is usually like the lead singer. Maybe there's some background vocals.
Yeah, they do like a lot of octaves and stuff
George
like that.
Jones would always cut his own background vocal, so it's him harmonizing
with Waylon.
himself. And
Yeah,
it's,
right.
It's the second vocal up from him of the three, and it's always that close harmony thing. Dwight does a lot of it with Pete Anderson, but three, the Eagles had 5-part harmony. You know,
Alabama.
Alabama. Eagles is my biggest, and I think collectively in this band probably are one of our biggest influences as far as vocal groups. The band had an interesting vocal harmony arrangement. Like, they didn't worry as much about pitch perfect and fluctuating together as they did. Like, when you get Rick Danko and Lee Von Helm singing together, even if it's in its imperfection, it's perfect. It's
Right.
so
It was those
soulful.
guys.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
those
yeah.
guys.
Stones,
Those
there's
guys.
that looseness that was like their calling card.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true, especially with the
Keith and
band.
Nick.
It's a good
The
point.
band
Those
is interesting because Richard Manuel also had a very interesting voice.
they didn't naturally really kind of sync together, but those personalities.
It was like 3 leads or 4 leads sometimes.
Yeah, and
you know?
totally different styles. Danko with his kind of like
He had
goofy
a
kind of
He had this like vibrato,
Yeah.
pleading, like kind of like
right. Richard Manuel much more kind of emotive
Yeah,
and
for sure.
like weary.
yeah.
Yeah,
Levon
yeah,
had
amazing,
the-
amazing combinations.
Levon had.
So I was wondering, in that kind of vein,
You look like Levon Helm.
you do. Oh, that's a
Yeah.
compliment. I'll take that. Thanks, man.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, I'm the Jewish Levon Helm. That's
Yeah.
that's what people call me.
Levon Helmowitz.
Yeah, that's right. Levon Helmstein. Yeah, I think that was his actual name, and he
Yeah,
dropped
he changed it,
You know,
yeah.
in order because like.
Yeah, that's it's cred.
Yeah, that's right. Cred. Yeah, country cred. So you guys have had these songs for a while, and I was listening to the record, and like a lot of bands who come in here, you guys are playing your songs in their sort of their elemental state. But on the record, it's a big record. There are a lot of rock sounds on it. I mean, production, drums. It's a big sound. And so, I wonder, like, you guys have been playing these songs for a long time, practicing them a long time. When you finally get there and you're making this record, is it a long jump from where you sort of envision these songs living originally to how they sound
No,
on the record to you?
Because when you write, you end up just because it's the easiest thing. It's hard to transport a piano or a keyboard around, so you end up just writing on guitars a lot.
Yeah.
And if anything, we spent so much time. I mean, most people learn on an acoustic guitar. You spend so much time with that where it's really neat. Like you said, it's broken down. It's the bass, it's the soul of the song. But I think all of us are fascinated by, the musicality of some of our, that's why, there's a lot of rock and roll influence, of course, in us. But sonically, we're always interested in pushing the song to what could be its full potential, because the song's always going to exist on different levels,
Yeah, I think there's a difference between what we do and maybe like some of our contemporaries that are on the outskirts of the Nashville sound, and they go for, there's a lo-fi quality that they seek out that is super cool and suiting for a lot of their voices and their musical stylings. But for us, we wanted to have the Eagles it's the easiest reference to make, because I feel like their sound recordings were the production was incredible.
They were using all the technologies that were available
Yeah,
to
yeah.
disposal.
Right.
They were
And
trying to
that's part of
find
my
that
curiosity is,
biggest sound.
Do you get to a point when you're in the studio, you've got your songs, you've lived with these songs for a while? Is there the danger almost that you've got too much at your disposal now?
Like knowing when to walk away
Yeah,
sometimes
like
is
knowing when
the
to be
true
like,
mark of an artist.
I mean, something to that idea.
We're really
I don't know.
we were blessed to
Quoted by Mark Weisstrack.
have met the people that we worked with in the studio. Dan Huff, Shane McNally, Josh Osborne. It was very hands-on, and everybody was conscious of the songs. Everybody, I think, shared an idea that the song was the most important thing. So we didn't need to have a lot of tricks going on. The song is the vehicle, and how to best bring that across to the audience. But I mean, we are, like, if Midland is a child, one parent is country and one's rock and roll. We're a band. We played these songs live for years before we cut them.
Yeah.
So
We cut them all live. Everything was, the bones of all these tracks were tracked live.
yeah,
Right.
And
like
so
most of the instruments, all of that was all played together in a room, and so. I don't know. There wasn't a lot of. I mean, we have strings and stuff like that. There's some things that will be difficult to pull off. Someday it'll be really cool to play with a string quartet or something like that on electric rodeo. But for the most part, I mean, it's all stuff that we can pull off in a live setting, and it's kind of the best version of our bar band roots.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Speaking of, we wrote a song kind of with the idea that we wanted to have a positive message in a song in these tumultuous times that we live in, but also because we, being a bar band, wanted a tempo song that was our own, not a cover, in our set. So this song called "Make a Little" was kind of born out of that necessity, and we'll play it for you guys right now.
Cool.
You guys
Let's do it, yeah.
1, 2, 3.
It's a hard living, tail kicking, drifted with all along, but I'm betting we can find a little sunshine in the night. It's a bad breaking, soul taking, road to walk somewhere that we waiting for. Maybe less than out the light. 'Cause girl, there's just not enough love in the world, so we should make a little. Generate a little, maybe even make the world a better place to live. We can turn on the Dixieland delight. Can't be wrong when it feels so right. It all comes down to you and me, girl. There's not enough love in the world, so we should make a little more tonight. That's right. There it is. Ready? It's a claw punching, cash crunching, and it all adds up to nothing if you're in this thing alone. So don't tease me, it's so easy. Just turn off the TV, make some headlines of our own. 'Cause There's just not enough love in the world. So we should make a little, conjugate a little, maybe even make the world a better place to live. We could turtle dove, Dixieland delight. You know it can't be wrong when it feels so right. All comes down to you and me, girl. There's just not enough love in the world. So we should make a little, just make a little more tonight. That's right. Yeah, yeah, girl, there's just not enough love in the world. So we should make a little, consummate a little, maybe even make the world a better place to live. We can turtle dove, Dixieland delight. You know, can't be wrong when it feels so right. All comes down to you and me, girl. There's just not enough love in the world. So we should make a little, just make a little more. We should make a little, and make a little more. We should make a little, just make a little more tonight. Woo-hoo. Talking about loving all night, yeah.
Thank you, guys. I love a good false ending. You know,
Yeah.
it's good for suspense,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
in the live setting. You know,
That was
keep
live,
it on your
man.
toes,
Yeah,
you know?
even
We don't even
sometimes
know what's
it-
going to happen.
Yeah, sometimes you just go jazz and just play an extra solo, you know?
That's right. So that was 3 songs from On the Rocks.
Yeah.
This is Midland. These are the guys from Midland. The new record is called, it's the debut record, it's called On the Rocks, came out September 22nd. You guys, I know, playing some dates here and there. Next, you're heading down south to Texas, I know, but the big tour coming up is next year, I believe, with Little Big Town, Casey Musgraves.
Yeah, February 2018, and in between we're doing a couple one-offs and some headlining stuff, kind of sprinkled all around the country. We'll be in Vegas, the NFR, which is going to be a blast. That's like we actually look forward to that. We did that last year. That's going to be fun, and we're going up to do a cool private party up in Sundance. It's going to be
Private.
fun.
It's pretty. You guys don't know
little
anything about
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
It's
everybody
private.
should show up for that. Everybody watching and listening, definitely knock on that door.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a 102 Ski Ridge Hill.
You know, it's a big one. We're going to be in back in Denver at one of the best dance hall honky tonks in the country. It's a place called the Grizzly Rose. We'll be doing our second headlining show there. And, last time, our first one, we sold it out, and we're going to be there, I think, on January 16th, right before.
But of course,
Kick that off.
if you've been overwhelmed with all this information, you can go
Yeah.
to midlandofficial.com.
Oh, that's right. You stole my next line.
Sorry.
There you go.
It was go to midlandofficial.com, and Midland Official, I think, is the handle for all you guys.
Yeah.
Various.
Don't go to
boards.
midlandunofficial.com.
Yeah, what is the
especially don't do that at work.
midlandunofficial.com?
It will definitely bug your computer out.
You know that guy that got arrested in North Korea? He clicked on unofficial.com.
Well, he typed it in. It's
Midland
on his own
Official.
thing.
He didn't even hit return. The police were already there. But, you know, he just.
The North Korean,
Damn,
the
this
North
is
Korean
super-
police showed up.
Didn't
Yeah.
something bad happen to this guy?
I don't know.
That guy deserves a song. You guys have to write some kind of like unofficial, you know.
We're
Anyway.
sorry is the song.
Yeah. Right. So, guys, this is Midland. Thank you guys so much for coming to the Paste Studio and playing
Thank
for us
you
today in
for
our
having us.
in our library.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, it's on Paste Magazine.
Yeah, paste.com.
Or just paste.com.
Paste.com.
Paste.com. You hit that camera over
That's
there,
right.
Cam.
Yeah.
Hit it. Paste.com. Paste.com.
Paste.com.
And you can
All-
listen to this incredible archive, one of the biggest and the most special in the entire world. Right?
It is the biggest archive of live recorded music on this planet.
Wow.
And it just got 3 songs bigger thanks to the guys from Midland.
We're honored. Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
man.
guys,
Very
thank you
cool.
so much. Come on back and play for us again anytime, all right?
Very cool. Thanks, man.
All right.